it's been a few weeks since you've been active, and it's starting to show. So just want to let you know I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. We're going to get through this together. It's time to get a little workout in, okay? On my count, we're going to start going up and down. Ready? And up and down. And up and back and down and up. You got this. Stretch those legs. Up and down. You got it.
And we are up with Mona Patel. How are you?
Do you feel energy? I feel energy on board right now. And
thank you for having me. It's so exciting to be here.
You're going to feed us today, and I can tell you, I have something in common with you because I've been talking to my equipment for over 30 years.
I know. I talk to my equipment. I talk to my Prime Scan. If I have a big case, I tell my Prime Scan, don't glitch on me today. We got to look good in front of this patient. So I definitely have been talking to my equipment or in my car or anything that, helps me for years. So I love that,
And by the way, you're getting tons of hearts on that one right now.
Yes, you are. So
our audience, hey, Todd, we got to tell our audience that we're looking for more hearts in this interview. Every interview, we got to break some records. So send some love.
Our record is 300. I smell more than 300 on this one.
And my love is completely bribed and bought. So the more hearts you give me, guys, I'll send you something later in the mail. Don't worry. I'm not beyond bribing my friends.
Right.
Well, I love it. Well, Mona, how are you dealing with this? I know you have that beautiful office and I've been following you since you set that office up. I see you at conventions, not in person, but I see you at the
as a poster child. Yes.
Yeah, I want to be your friend. I like to know good people, and I've heard a lot of good things about you and seen your energy. So it's nice to experience it.
Thank you so much. And honestly, I've been following you both for years, and it's so great for us to meet now virtually. But I tell everybody, what you see is what you get. This is really me. I maybe polish it up a little bit in front of my patients, so I sound a little bit more professional in front of them. But in general, this is me, and I love to make people smile and laugh and learn from everybody and not take things too seriously. So the past 5 weeks has been a little unique, for an extrovert who hugs every patient and who feels a lot of energy by human contact and touching and stuff. It's been really tough not to be able to have that. And I'm trying to find, different ways with my words to let patients and family and friends know.
So what are you going to do? How are you going to do this?
Well, I am Indian, so we come from the land where we do namaste, which is our greeting of showing your hello. And I was talking to my dad about this, how the rate of transmission has been lower in India, and we think it's because there's not as much handshaking and as much touching. And so it could be, there's one theory there, but just positive words, guys. When you're behind a mask all day long and all your patients are seeing is your eyes behind a face shield, you use your words and let them know that you're still the same person. You're just behind 4 different barriers now.
Yeah.
But we're still here.
So tell us a little bit about your practice and where you're from.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So I grew up in Kentucky by way of India, which is,
that's a connection.
A little unique. Yeah. I'm an immigrant from India and grew up in Kentucky with my family, and then in Chicago. And about 12 years ago, made the move up here to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I told my husband I came kicking and screaming because I was like, we're moving to Wisconsin. But best decision. We loved working here. The community, the family, we raised our 2 girls here. The practice that I built here in Milwaukee, I don't know if I could have accomplished that in Chicago. So just because of the saturation and real estate and everything, but we've been really happy here. So been working, I'm a full-time mom. It's like 25/7, because I was joking earlier that even if I hide right around lunchtime, they just seem to find me. They find me, and it's like, what's for lunch? What's the snack? I turn around and it's already snack time, and I turn around and it's dinner time, and I turn around and it's snack time.
You know what I did hear? I heard a Wisconsin accent in there. I heard you say Wisconsin. I heard it. That was very good. I know. It's funny. Well, about
12 years now. So yes, I am that Indian with a Wisconsin accent now. People don't forget that.
Hey, I got a good shout out for you. You're getting a lot of shout outs from Mandy McAchore. Dr. Mona Patel is the most inspiring, motivated, and loving dentist out there. The best mentor I've ever been blessed to know. Heart. Awesome. What a great.
We miss her. Mandy was our hygienist here for years, and she's just paving the way for this new crop of hygiene coming out, and with her mentorship to them. And but she left Wisconsin for beautiful sunny skies in San Diego last month, and we miss her. I keep luring her back to Wisconsin, be like, what, 37 degrees in April is not appealing to you right now? But so we miss her a lot, Mandy. I know you're watching. You can come back anytime, but she's in San Diego. So hopefully she can hop from, one sassy Indian to another and go work with Shivy maybe. But yeah, so Mandy and I had a fun team going, because it's magical when I think when the dentist and the hygienist, you're treatment planning together, you're just in sync. And she developed my perio protocols here with me, and it's a beautiful thing, and your patients see it when all your providers in your office are so in line with how we approach our clinical dentistry. So I miss Mandy for that.
Now, how did you develop that? Sorry, James, go ahead. Ask the question.
No, go. That's good.
How do you do it? Well, I talk a lot. And so I think that I wish that I had some, magical formula. I read a lot of these webinars, and I try to learn every day, but it comes down to, I'm always like, how would I want to be treated? When I go into my doctor's offices, how do I want to be treated? When I take my daughters to the pediatrician, and the nurse and the doctor and the treatment coordinator and the front desk, everyone they know us, they know our story. I'm not repeating the same story 10 times. It just makes you feel good. And so I try to use my own life experiences with my healthcare providers to my team when we have our monthly meetings, and we just tell them, let's treat our patients like they're patients, and hear their concerns, and we don't need to ask them to repeat this 5 times. And so that combined with you sit down with your team and say, what does good dentistry look like to you? What does good hygiene look like to you? And really listen. So for someone who talks a lot, I've been told a lot that I need to listen more. And so I sit down and I ask my
You talk more. No listening. You're a good talker.
I ask my team. I'll just flat out ask them, what do you think we should be doing here? And so it's amazing the insight that they'll give you, your front desk coordinators, and everything down to the people who clean your office. So I kind of follow them around and say, how's it going? Do you have anything to tell me? What's going on?
I like that.
They may not enjoy that, but I'm big on, hugging it out and telling me what's on your mind. And I'm very frank with my team. We have 10 people here. And I tell them I'll try to have my finger on the pulse of this office at all times, but there's going to be things I miss because I'm so, obsessed with my family and trying, making sure everything on Amazon is ordered and every snack is packed correctly and stuff. So my mind is everywhere. And I tell them, if I miss something or I didn't catch on something, you need to come and talk to me. You please come and tell me. Don't wait for me to ask you if there's something not going right. So I'm hoping that helps a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I have a very open door policy. Sometimes I want to close that door and say, can you guys figure this out? But in general, I think that you just treat people really well, and you tell your team that you value them. And I've always made it clear from day one, I may be the one that wears the white coat, me and my partner, but every one of you here is just as important part of providing that patient experience. So your guys are all extensions of me. And I want them to feel proud of that and know that is their value to the team. And I think if you lift people up and let them know how valuable they are to you, they'll want to do their best. And it seemed to have worked. It's working so far, hopefully, here.
Well, I can tell you, it's going to work a long time. I heard something in your video about treatment centers, which really resonated with me, because you talked about setting up a system so your body stays healthy the rest of your career. And I go, yes, because I've been practicing 37 years, and I can tell you, ergonomically, the body starts to struggle a little bit. And I'll tell you, when I heard you say that, I was just going, yes. That was a really strong message to me, because I'm living that.
You're absolutely right, James. And at last year in Vegas at DS World, I was being lovingly teased as the ergonomics police, because I was telling everybody my message is so different now. First 10 years of practicing, I couldn't care less. I could care less about where my hands were. I just wanted, eye on the prize, cutting that crown prep exactly how it needed to be. You didn't think about yourself. And at the end of the day, you get home and, I know I may look like I'm 21, but I'm not. And so you start aging, and you've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. And it started hitting me. The way we treat our bodies today is how it's going to treat us 10 years from now. So we need to absolutely take care of ourselves better today. And it started hitting me. Okay, I need to start focusing on my mental health, your ergonomics, your just everything, filling yourself up with positivity. But physically, it's demanding what we do. We all know that. We've seen all the reports and the charts. And so not that everybody, I'm not saying everybody has to go get a treatment center, which I love mine, by the way, in order to be able to practice ergonomically correct, but it certainly helps. And that's why I love my treatment centers. And I think it helps you have this automatic built-in ergo where I'm not doing this as much all day long, where I'm, racked up a little bit more. So
hey, Mona, I got to shout out another one from Michelle Cruz. Thanks to Mona, I have my first treatment center currently being installed. So excited.
Yeah.
Yay. So where are my royalties Dentsply Sirona for all of this now? I need a side hustle. I'm not working right now. Where's my royalties?
Yes. I want to backtrack a little bit because you said some profound things there. And I can tell you when your body feels better. And by the way, do you feel better going home at night having...
Absolutely.
You're not. Yep. Yeah. You're not aching, and also it allows you to do better dentistry, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I think I'm just negating what the aging effect is doing on my body with everything starts to ache a little bit more now by doing the better dentistry in a better position. I'm just stretching more. I'm, doing a little bit more yoga and Pilates or things like that, things that you're supposed to be doing. And I'm hoping that just helps prolong the ability to work, because after seeing my projections now I'm going to be working a lot longer than I thought just to recover from this.
But if you can do what you love and keep it that way, and I've had to vacillate with that in my career of where CAD CAM and digital platforms kind of kept my curiosity going, and then I found more passion. But I can tell you this, I'm in my 60s now, and my body aches a little bit more than it used to, and that always kind of it affects you emotionally. And I'm pleading for our audience, pay attention to what Mona is saying here, because ergonomics will affect your whole life. It gives you, when you're ergonomically sound, I'm going to go out on a limb here, you'll have a better marriage, you'll have more energy, you'll have a different perception. Because when you hurt, it affects your mental hormones, and you got to keep your dopamine up, you got to keep your oxytocin up. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm going in on a sermon.
You can call it dopamine all you want, but that isn't the real thing. I know what she meant.
But James, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, you're a few years ahead of me, and I love the kind of the positive feedback that you're giving, in that, hey, 20 years from now, if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to hurt a lot more, and you're just not going to love what you're doing. So I truly believe what we do to our bodies today is how it's going to treat us 10 years from now. It is
so true. And let me do this. I want to share this with you folks, because this is what I've had to be dealing with, is that I love what I do, and now I'm looking at my career, and usually what will end something, if you love it, will be either a physical compromise. So, get your loops, get your treatment centers, get your ergonomics down, and then just have a better life.
Now, Mona, are you writing a book?
Oh, gosh.
I need to know about
my lovely epic ladies.
Yeah. Shivy says, Mona, we love you and can't wait for your book launch. Yeah. Or is that an inside joke you don't need to talk about?
It's an inside joke, but hey, I'm an open book, so I'm going to share it with all of you. It's a big joke with some of our epic ladies, and that, hey, we're all lifelong learners, and I always joke around. I was like, if I Todd and James, if we were after a CE event at a bar, I would probably ask you, if you wrote a book, what would your life book be called? What would it be called? And it doesn't have to be about dentistry. It's just, what would your book in life be called? I love, that's like my icebreaker to get to know people.
Love it.
So my joke was, and I said, I think my book, it would be, especially for my sisterhood of friends in my life, would be probably called My Diet Starts Tomorrow, and Mona's Guide to Being That Friend That Always Says Yes.
You're the troublemaker.
Apparently it's turned into I'm the instigator troublemaker, because my friends call, like, should I do this? Is it a good idea? Yes. Should I buy those shoes? Yes. Should I buy this equipment? Yes, obviously. And so I'm always the yes friend, because it's just my personality. I love seeing people be happy, and so if they're just asking for my validation if they should do something, I'm going to say yes.
I love it.
I'm always telling all my friends, should I do this? I'm like, a part of you really wants to do it. Is it going to hurt somebody? No, then just go do it. And so that's where they're coming from.
I love your attitude. What a great way to live life and live life to the fullest, and instead of being afraid. Now,
it's exhausting for the people around me, I believe, but
no, it's not.
How I roll.
It's not. Don't ever think that at all, because
it's a lovable trait.
Thank you.
Exactly. Now, how are you taking those talents and motivating your team?
So, well, of course.
That was an inside joke.
Yeah, that was inside. Todd in Berlin taught us how to have the best picture, and you say your ha-ha-has before you snap the picture, so it's the most flattering for your face. And now I do that in every single picture.
Go ahead.
I like it.
It's the past 5 weeks, it's surreal. Like I said, coming from an extrovert, we were go, go, go. We were having a banner quarter and all these goals for implementing new technology and new workflows in our office, and I was coming off a spring break thinking we're going to hit the ground running, and boom, we didn't. We just hit the ground. And so in the beginning, I was feeling really helpless. I was just feeling helpless, and the morale of people around me, from somebody who thrives on everybody else's energy, it was low, and people were feeling very doom and gloom, and there was just information overload. And for one small example, even just small businesses securing the PPP loan, I mean, it was changing by the hour. And so I was feeling helpless, and I was like, well, there's a lot you can't control. But I knew what I could control is, what can we do to help the people that need it? So I've been trying to support our small businesses, and we made care packages for my team with all local businesses products, and
nice.
Dropping off like painting kits from local places to my daughter's friends' houses and stuff. Just whatever you can do, a small way to lift the spirit, as minute as it is. It selfishly almost makes me feel better than actually doing the act, but it was helping lift my morale back up, so that now I can be ready, and I'm finally in a good place where I can start coaching my team. And that's kind of where we're at now, because we're slated to open May 26th per the governor, and I want my team to know that they are my first priority, making sure they come in feeling safe. They know that I've taken every step to ensure their safety, and then everything else falls into place, guys. Your patients will resonate from that. They'll know that protocols are in place. I told my team, dentists are OCD. We were built for this, guys. We were built for this. We like everything clean and neat and sanitized, and our protocols are such. I'm a big believer that transparency equals accountability. So our sterilization is out in the open. We show our patients our sterilization protocols with our integrated treatment centers and everything. So we were built for this. So I'm just trying to lift everybody back up and saying, you got this, guys. Just make your team believe in that too, and tell them you're doing everything to make them feel safe. And then your patients will all fall in line. They're going to see that.
Where do you get this energy? Where is it? This is unnatural. I'm just telling you, all the comments, I can't even keep up with them, is all about inspiration. So
there you go. There's your answer.
Erin
that's where I get my energy. Does she work for you? Erin is my office manager.
She says, she's a fabulous motivator. I always look forward to coming into the office. Give me a raise. No, she didn't say that. I added that. Just kidding, Erin.
I told you, I bribe the people around me all the time. No, it just, you just said, where do you get your energy from? From my people around me. At least once a day, I'll reach out to somebody and be like, I'm struggling with this a little bit. I need to lift me up. Or somebody will text me that. And that's what you do. And not that men don't do this, but I think that women do it very well. And that's why our epic groups are thriving. It is never meant to be something that's discluding, men or bashing anybody. It's more just women tend to lift each other up, and we try to see the positive in things. And you have to be humble. You have to realize you can always learn from something. Yeah. Karen Halperin is always on my behind about posting my cases, and she pushes me to be a better dentist, and I love her for that. I love her for that, because you're right, I don't put my cases out there as much. And so you take the best of every person that you encounter, and you learn from that. And so that's where I get my energy from.
Amazing. Mona, I have to. I'm connecting with you, and I got to tell you why physiologically right now. And this is something Todd may not know yet, but as men get older, we get more estrogen, and I'm getting more transparent. And Todd, there's hope for you, Todd.
There's hope for you, Todd.
I need more estrogen. I need more estrogen in my life. I'll say no to that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with it right now. But, you said something so critical about relationship, and that's being transparent. Mm-hmm. Transparent in any relationship, you develop skill sets to work with it, but it makes people feel safer around you. And that's something I've always worked with my clients, is I want them to feel safe and secure. And I really admire you saying that, and I know that got through to our audience, because that was a very important thing to share, and that is transparency. Because what it does is it breeds honesty, and we need honesty in everything we do. Yeah.
And this is where I sometimes struggle with social media a little bit, because everybody's putting their best foot forward, and they're painting this perfect life on social media. And I struggle a little bit, because it's great, it motivates us, but it also can deflate us. And so with patients and friends, you tell them, like, this is me. Like, I'll give you my best, but there are days where I'm not my best. And patients really resonate with, they feel like they get to know you. They know my kids, they know my husband and the community. They feel like you're going to give them better care because they know you so much better. And I firmly believe that. And that's why all my appointments, and Aaron will vouch for that, have to be extended, because I spend more time talking than actually drilling. Yeah. But it's worked here.
I think practice is about fulfillment, and I've been fulfilled in many ways, because I have some clients that have been with me 35 years now. And it's humbling in a way, because you become part of their major network system. And they look forward. I had this one little lady that comes in, and I was always told this, is if the lady's older than you can let her kiss you. And she always reminds me of that, because every time she comes in, she won't leave the front office unless she can give me a kiss on my cheek. And that's been, she's in her 90s now, and she, I just love her to death.
I love that.
Those are some of the things that keep me coming back and wanting to extend my career, because these relationships we develop. And you know what? I can tell you this. When I'm 100, will you be my dentist?
Aw, I love that. Aww. Yes, 100%. I think that's so sweet. I think that it is, that's what fills us up, right? That's what makes all the monthly accounting meetings and all the finances and the HR part of our running our business, and material selections, all of that worth it when you made a patient feel good.
You know what? I'm gonna throw out a challenge to you, Dr. Patel.
Okay,
this is my challenge to you. You need to write a book. You need to write a book on motivation in the dental field, because you already have it up here. I can already feel it. I can sense it. I can see it.
We need it.
I can see the responses, and so you better write this book.
Okay, I'm going to write it.
Right? And so I'm getting responses over this. You'll see.
Todd, why don't we put a challenge on right now to all her epic friends, or anyone out there, is help us name the book for her.
Absolutely.
We can get that off the ground right now. Let's come up with a name, post the name underneath. If you have a name, you have a goal.
Keep it PG, guys, because my parents are going to probably read this book, so I need to keep it PG.
Listen. I can tell just by the way the passion you have about that story, and you already have it in the back of your head. I know you do. You just need to put it on paper, and I will be the first one to buy it.
Oh, thank you. I'll give you a free copy because you had me as a guest on your show.
But we want a signature. We've got to have a signature.
Absolutely. Anytime. Thank you.
Eric below says, I like the My Diet Starts Tomorrow title. I think that
because I'm the most enabling friend ever. So don't ask me if you want, some more discipline in your life.
So
and
you
Eric
guys
is the nicest person in the world. So hi, Eric.
Oh, thanks. What a great guy. I got to stop everybody. Well, us three, because we are at 900 hearts right now. James Clem is looking pink. I mean, it is.
You know what? It's like the thing is I have this intense sense of oxytocin right now. That's the hormone that creates bonding in the brain.
You're right.
And
You're
it's,
right.
It's all those hearts going through me, going over to you, and then hitting Todd.
Yay!
Yeah, knock some over this way, James.
Bond.
You're getting them all. Oh my gosh, we're gonna hit 1,000 here in about a minute.
If I could bond my crowns with love, I would, but then I would be that hokey dentist, and no one could.
Hey, that would be a great book title. I signed my crowns with love.
There it is. That's brilliant.
I bond my crowns with love. There you go.
But you gotta put some digital something into that. Something about.
To put something in there. Okay. Well, I'll call T-Bone my mentor and good friend because he always finds a way to just poke fun at me about something. So he'll keep it real. So I'll ask him how to put a digital in there.
He'll come up with a good title.
I enjoy him so much. I've known him for quite a long time.
We have a great dental community, don't we? Like I learn a lot of people I haven't even met yet in person, but just I feel like I know them because the great content they're putting out there, and I love learning and reading from everybody.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why James and I even started doing this is because he and I have been friends for almost 20 years. And, we're pretty savvy. We know a lot of what's going on Facebook and social media.
Yeah.
And, the digital dentistry, whatever you want to call that, we're all kind of this unique little community. And we all kind of started in the CEREC situation. But, we're all friends to some degree. Yeah, we disagree on prep styles and things like that. But when it comes down to it, we all have kind of a special personality, and it's kind of fun to be in this little world together, isn't it?
It really is. And a huge perk has been when you have a patient leaving your office and moving across the country. Yes. I love that I can say, where are you moving to? San Diego? Oh, I got your next dentist for you. And I love that because we've done that for years now where you feel like you have this network of friends that you've made and you trust their dentistry. And I tell my patients when they're moving, let me pick your next dentist. And it's so great, that tight-knit community that we formed, that we've been able to do that.
Yeah.
I want to say something here, and I'm going to be transparent now. There's this thought about first love. The first love you've had. Like my first love was my wife. I met her in 4th grade. I had a first love in dentistry, and you know what? You're rekindling my first love in dentistry because of your enthusiasm. Because
thank you.
I've been doing this such a long time, and I'm getting this from our other guests, like the Shivy this morning. You folks are rekindling my first love, and I think that would be my challenge to the audience is we are privileged to be dentists. It's an incredible career, and what we can do, and I know we put a lot of work into it, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, but sometimes you have to sit back and say, I am blessed.
Exactly.
And I think that's what the message that there's another name for your book.
#blessed.
Deliver crowns with love. I am blessed.
I love that. But you know what? That's going to come across as so hokey, and people are going to be like, oh, okay, she's got a great life. I don't want to read about it. But
there's a yearning.
Make it a little bit humble. Yeah.
There's a yearning in everybody's heart.
Yeah.
To have fulfillment and completeness, and regardless of what persona is placed forth in public, it's there with everyone. And my dad passed away a few years ago, but one thing I really admire about him is that he just loved people. He loved his neighbors, and he was up there almost 90, and the day he died, he took a loaf of bread to a neighbor. There's no better. And then he passed away picking flowers in the garden.
Yeah. Well, our parents have raised us that the greatest form of love is service to others. Take care of somebody else, and that's the best way that you can show your love. And we truly believe that. And I have my bad days too, and I need somebody to take care of me on some days. But we're very lucky, and especially right now, guys, like all of us as clinicians, our patients are going to be looking to us for that positivity. They're going to be looking to us for telling them it's going to be okay, because we're their health experts. We are the ones that we have to assure them that we've read through all the guidelines and are following the science and the data, and that we're going to take care of them. And that's kind of the message that I want to put out there, asking everybody who's watching, as a clinician in your office, you're kind of the leader of your office. Tell your patients it's going to be okay, but then show them, whether it's making videos and showing them your sterilization protocols, or, literally putting it out on Facebook or your website. This is our new PPE protocols or our COVID policies, whatever it is, just give them that reassurance that you've thought about them, and we're going to take care of them, and it's going to be okay. And if everybody thought like that, I think that we could lift the morale up of everybody a little bit, because I'm tired of everybody being so sad. I need to get everybody happy again.
Agreed. I agree. Totally agree.
That's happening right now.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
So, Mona, you have something to show us, don't you?
Oh, gosh. Okay. So this was completely not
For anybody out there watching, you don't hang up. Stay on.
Don't hang up, because, so I'm going to be walking and talking to you while we're doing this, because I have to go find a stairwell now. This is only because I love Shivy as my soul sister, and she challenged me on Facebook to do this TikTok stair shuffle challenge. And by no means am I a TikTok queen like her. Okay, so I'm a big fake it till you make it kind of person. But so we're walking through my office, because I'm in the very back.
Beautiful.
And when you'll see, sterilization is wide open.
Oh, nice.
For our patients. So, and there's my Sarah baby. I already talked to her today, or my Mel. So I have Erin on standby, and she's going to help me help you guys learn how to do the stairwell shuffle, okay?
The stairwell shuffle.
Todd and James, I have been asked by several to have you guys come and join me to do this. So I'm just saying, putting it out there.
Yeah, I don't have any stairs nearby. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so we are getting into our stairwell here.
Oh, nice.
And Shivy, for the record, I have done this once this morning just to practice it. And so by no means am I good at this, but we're going to have Erin. Here's Erin. We're going to see if we can flip our camera. I don't know if we can flip it. So, so you may just, here we go. How's that?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking. Oh, my gosh.
Okay. All right. So, Shivy, this is for you. I have no music. I have no TikTok coaches here. But for all of you at home that need a little positivity now, you're going to do the staircase shuffle, okay? And I know Shivy makes it look a lot better, but we're gonna try to do this. And so you're going to want to just get it going. You're going to want to kick your feet. Okay, Shivy, hopefully I don't fall. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice! Yay! Yeah. Awesome!
Okay.
Oh, that is
so
awesome.
I didn't practice that, but Shivy, just for you, so I want everybody to get out there and just get active. Do something. Do a silly TikTok challenge. Do anything that makes you happy, and don't take yourself so seriously, because that's what makes people laugh. And that was my message.
It was funny because when she was doing it, my dog, was watching, and he got up and kind of nuzzled my hand.
See, Jordan feels it. He feels the energy.
He feels it. He totally feels it.
Good.
You are a girl boss. That is for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope, everybody watching just goes out and does something silly today, and don't take yourself so seriously. And we appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Mona.
Nothing but our honor and our joy. And I love getting to know people that I didn't know as well. Yeah. And I feel like we really sensed your heart and spirit today.
Thank you.
And you've been an encouragement to me, and I know you've been a huge blessing to our viewing audience.
And likewise, I learn so much from all of you that are watching. Whatever you post or your webinars, I can't say I watch every webinar, but what I do watch, and the positivity and the cases, and even just the little tips that people are putting out there on their scanning and glazing, everything, the content that everybody's putting out there, know that people like me are watching it, absorbing it, and getting inspired by it. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mona. That just awesome. You know what, James? she has set the bar. Thanks, Mona. Love you.
Thank you, everybody. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you so much.
James Clem. Wow, just amazing. I've got chills right now because when we decided to do this little webinar, this was the whole idea. Positive, and let's get out. Let's break this cycle of nonsense. So.
Well, it's been a blessing, and she's definitely part of the Epic Ladies group. And I have to say, I want to hang out. Hang out.
We're going there in November. You gotta make room on your schedule for sure.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be I know that you and I have nothing on that. So I don't think we can even end it any better than her doing the shuffle. So.
No.
I say let's wrap it up, and unless you got any last words.
Well, we want to thank everybody for watching. Share this with other people because we want to raise the hope factor in our hearts and get back to our first love of why we're doing this to begin with. And, when you're in down times like this, I've had to wrestle with that emotionally because I'm used to being active, and the blessing to me has been talking to others who inspire me, and we invite you to share this on your site so others can be inspired, and that's what this is all about. And we are so appreciative for all the guests that come on, and it's huge for us, and thank you so much.
Thanks to Mona today. Thanks to Shivi also, and we've got Lynn Thomas tomorrow morning. So just great day of Ladies Week.
That.
Yeah,
it is.
All right.
It's going to be great.
Peace out.
Be safe. Go love the people that you're close to.
And like Mona said, do something crazy today. That's our goal.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mona.
There you go.